development of the DBH2 Genesis, it's a fascinating story. I was brought into the Sunline team with Byron Bruce and Robert Bruce. I received a call from my friend and colleague Robert, who had asked me to quickly join him on a trip to St. Mary to visit an inventor that had come up with some very interesting new technology.
He was brought into Kingston from his home base in St. Mary to hone his skills as an inventor.
Bringing in Mr. Douglas with his knowledge and technical skills to building this machine from where it was to where it is now, the DBH2 Genesis.
Many years ago, George came to me with this idea. Today we have something that will revolutionize the future.
I'm excited. Actually, my dream is, finally come true.
This machine, the DBH2 Genesis, uses minimum input and produces maximum output. What we have done, we have used less solar panels to charge the system using many apparatus that are combined together to give a maximum charge to our solar batteries. The system also produces a 220 volt single phase, and this single phase is transferred to a 3-phase 220 volt system for industrial purposes.
The machine uses as little power as possible to magnify that little power.
During the stages of testing the residential home, we put a lot of heavy equipment on the machine.
For today's operation, we'll be demonstrating how this machine can facilitate your domestic use. We'll be turning on the inverter, and this inverter will send power to your distribution panel that will power your building. I will turn on the inverter just now. It's powering up, and at this time it is sending power to your distribution panel. We'll be going inside to see the voltage and the current, and also we'll be seeing how this machine will operate some of your domestic equipment. We'll be demonstrating how a single solar panel with a combination of apparatus will run an industrial pump. First, the solar panel that channels the energy that is taken from the sun into a combination of apparatus that's charged the batteries that will run this DBH2, a universal machine that can run simultaneously both industrial and domestic. Today, our demonstration will be industrial. First, the power is generated from an inverter that I'll be turning on just now. It will send power to the variable speed drive, and this variable speed drive will change the single phase operation to a 3-phase operation. I'll be turning on the power now. Alright. What I'll be doing next, I'll be checking the voltage to see if everything is right, and I'll be also checking the current that is drawn by the industrial motor. Here we are checking the voltage, line to line, and we now have 245 volts, line 1 to line 2, line 1 to 3, we have 247 volts, and line 2 to 3, we now have 248 volts. What we'll be doing next, we'll be checking to see what current the motor is drawing as we speak. Line 1 currently is pulling 6.6772 amps. For line 2, it is pulling 7.07 amps, and line 3 is pulling 6.67 amps. Next thing we'll be doing, we'll be trying to see how best we could stall that motor there. So I'll ask Robert and George to come and try to stall that pump using the machine that is driving the pump. They will now try to start that motor, and I will be checking the current to see the amperage that is drawn at this time. It is now 6.67 amps, and if you check the motor right now, they are trying to stop it, and smoke is coming from that motor. And the current, as we speak, is 6.62 amps. Now we see the DBH2 and the domestic operation of it.
We were talking about an alternative way of producing more solar energy, more output than input. Now, this is really revolutionary. The applications for this were tremendous. We thought that we were looking at something that was unique from a perspective that it was mobile, it was compact, it was able to be moved from location to location with ease. This was something that had a tremendous output that could be used in both residential, commercial, and industrial applications in any shape or form that you could possibly imagine.